Check it out. You just got yourself the Stihl KM 131 Kombi Powerhead. You like power, you wanted the biggest, baddest Stihl Kombi, 1.9 horsepower. This thing is bad. This thing has some serious power. You've got grass this tall, no problem for you. Anyways, today we're gonna go over the basics of what it's like, what it takes to own this machine. And we're really gonna just focus today on the Powerhead. Right, we got a Kombi and we can run all kinds of stuff. We can run the edger, right? I'm a big fan of the straight edger, especially on the KM131 because it has the power. We can run the reciprocator. We can run a line head. There's a brush cutter head. We've got the power sweep. On the other side of this display here, I got the pole saw, the hedge trimmer, the cultivator. So there's all kinds of cool stuff that you can run with this. Today we're gonna focus on the Powerhead itself. So let's start off, right? Let's be safe. I talked about the power this has. So that means it's gonna be flinging some serious stuff. Guess what? It did come with some safety glasses. And although these are really awesome, and you know, if I could wear one pair of safety glasses wherever I go, it would be these. You may want to check out something else. Maybe something with a little tint, a little style. But hey, they do their job. They protect my eyes. I don't think this is enough when I'm running this machine. I want to go a little bit more, and I'm going to either look at this brush defender or something like this. I really like this because it's protecting my ears. It's loud. This is a loud machine. I mean, there's machines that are definitely louder, but it's also protecting my whole face. Let me tell you, when this thing is spinning a weed eater head, a line head, you can throw some stuff and you can take yourself out. So I've been hit in the face before. So protect it, okay? So safety gear, right? Safety first, no shorts, probably not any bareback weed eating. Safety glasses, a little bit of face protection. It is also going to have come with this cool little tool, right? This is going to allow me to do several things, and we'll get into that a little bit more in a bit on what you want to do or need to do, but maybe adjust where this handle is placed, get into the air filter, get into the spark plug, that sort of thing. You're going to have gotten your owner's manual, and although the point of this manual is to give you a brief overview, although the point of this video is to give you a brief overview, so you really may not have to read the full manual, it is always a good idea to read this manual. You got this machine at Carl's Mower and Saw, hopefully. So here's your manual. You've got your folder that's going to give you the model, the serial, the date of purchase, and then a few reminders. Speaking of reminders, fuel, fuel, fuel. I hit on this all the time. Fuel, gas going bad, ethanol, the bad stuff about ethanol. I'm probably going to start getting hate because I talk about ethanol. But let me tell you, again, last week in our shop, we were into 3, 4, 5 carburetors easily that had problems that were associated with ethanol. And that was across a broad line of equipment. That was on a Husqvarna piece of machinery. It was on a Stihl piece of machinery. We had a Honda generator. We had a Briggs engine on a lawnmower. We had another Honda, right? So it's not just one brand. It's not just one style. It is definitely, ethanol is a problem. So how do we avoid it? Well, the best is right here. Stihl Moto Mix. This is pre-mixed, 93 octane, ready to go. Also very expensive. I know it, I get it. It's like 32 bucks a gallon, circa 2021. That's probably gonna change, but anyways, probably gonna go up, I guess. It was roughly 32 bucks a gallon. I get it, it's expensive, but maybe you only run through a gallon a year, do it. Maybe you run a lot, this is how you wanna hibernate. This is what you wanna put in this tank for when it's gonna be sitting around. It's awesome. It has a 2-year shelf life. We just don't see it doing the damage to carburation fuel systems like other normal gases. The other is to buy ethanol-free fuel if you can. Mix it with one of these babies right here, HP Ultra, and probably mix it up in a 1-gallon can. Really, I want to go through my gas quick. In as little as 6 to 8 weeks, that gas starts degrading. That's quick, right? And I know we can get longer, but that is when things start to go bad. So small amounts of fuel, hopefully ethanol free. If you can't avoid the ethanol fuel, if there's nothing in your area, look at getting a treatment. Look at getting a stabilizer that is designed for it. We at Carl's Mower and Saw, we run StarTron, and I've had very good success with that. That said, I'm not a huge fan of putting a treatment in because that means I got the cut. I don't want the cut. It means I have to put a Band-Aid on. The treatment's a Band-Aid. I want to avoid the Band-Aid altogether. Just avoid having to get the cut. All right, so let's set this down. The machine will also have come with a shoulder strap. That could be useful, right? Especially if I'm running it long term. That's going to hook right here. And that's going to make it very comfortable if I'm doing a lot of weed eating or brush cutting or maybe even just running the pole saw. And there's times you just kind of want to let that hang down on you. All right, first of all, how and what and where do we do with this? Fuel is going to go right here. My gas cap, fuel cap comes off. I'm going to fill that with a mixed 2-cycle fuel. Starting it. First of all, let's point out this switch. It is always on run. It's always ready to start. So it's just a momentary kill switch. I push this button, boop, it shuts off, and then it's ready to start again. I got a primer hiding right there. I am generally gonna pump this 4 or 5 times. I cannot flood it. In fact, watch, I'm just gonna keep pumping this the whole time I talk to you. So all I'm doing is sucking fuel up to the carburetor and back down to the tank. So it's getting the gas there and ready to fire. And then I have a choke. And that choke is this orange button, lever, switch right here. I'm gonna push and I'm gonna twist. Okay, so what was that? Counterclockwise? No, clockwise. I'm doing it from the back here. Okay, watch this. This choke is attached to this trigger. So as soon as I squeeze the trigger, it shut the choke off. Great, awesome, unless when I go to pull the rope, I inadvertently hit the trigger. So I always hold like this. Notice the trigger's below my pinky here. I'm gonna pull the rope. And as soon as it started, I took my pinky and hit it just like that. And it shut the choke off. So cool, love that. And then I killed it. Now once it's started, pull the rope, it fires right up. All right, what do we need to know about maintenance? A couple things. We talked about fuel, that is huge. If you run good fuel, there's a lot of maintenance stuff that you're really not gonna have for a long time, but there's a fuel filter in the tank. Probably in the average homeowner, 3-4 years, you're gonna replace the fuel filter. And please use an OEM fuel filter, guys. I see coming into the shop quite often, carburetors that are plugged up. People have bought a cheap knockoff. I won't say the online giant retailer where they bought it from, reseller that they bought it from, but those carburetors are plugged up with debris from the fuel filter itself. So fuel filters matter. Air filters right under here. Again, this tool that came with it, this Torx, is going to take off that screw and that screw, and underneath is going to be this nice pleated paper air filter that I can tap on the ground. If I can see good light through it, perfect, it's still good. But keep an eye on that, right? It's something that we ignore and don't pay attention to. The next thing we're going to have is our spark plug, which is going to be right under here. Simply going to loosen this screw, whoop, and my spark plug is right there, or the boot for my spark plug. Be wary. These things generally are on there very, I shouldn't say tight, they're stiff. It's hard to get off from the factory, so kind of shake it and wiggle it to pull that off. I see people sometimes just rip it off and then they got a little problem. So there's my spark plug right there. Again, for a homeowner, probably every 3 or 4 years, they're fairly cheap. Maybe you just want to throw one in so you don't have a problem with it. We also have a valve adjustment that needs to happen. The valves on this tool need to be adjusted initially right around 150 hours. There are lots of questions. How do I know when I have 150 hours? I don't keep a tally sheet. Well, one is you could get the Stihl Smart Connect, and that would actually keep track of hours for you. Maybe you don't want to do that. That's fine, I get it. Then this machine, in my experience, actually kind of tells you when it's due for a valve adjustment. This pull right now, wow, is actually pretty smooth, pretty easy to pull. As those valves come out of adjustment, the pull is going to get chunkier and chunkier. So more, you're going to feel the compression, the strokes of compression. So when you start to feel the chunk, it's time for a valve adjustment. After that initial valve adjustment, say 120, 150, you're then talking several hundred hours till the next one. So not a major thing to do, but if you don't do it, it'll cost you, you'll damage your engine in the long term. So There we go, the Stihl KM 131. I hope you love this machine. I hope you get the most out of this machine. For more tips or more information on this machine, reach out to your local dealer, get it serviced. Cool tool. No matter what attachment you get on this, it is going to last you a long time, and we hope that you love it. So thanks for watching, guys. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thank you for supporting the local independent Stihl dealership. See y'all soon. Hey, this is Josh from Carl's Mower and Saw. Thanks for watching our videos. We're proud of the fact that we've been serving you with the best in outdoor power equipment since 1990. We're glad that you had an opportunity to sit down, watch our videos, learn something about an exciting new product that we have, something that interests you for your property, or really how to use your equipment to the best of its ability. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, whether it's on Instagram or YouTube. We're excited to share more information with you. See you soon.